So what is sound healing and how can it help your body? These are the questions that we're going to be answering today on the Wildflower Woo Woo Show. So thank you so much for joining us on episode 18, Sound Healing. I'm Michelle Wildflower, the host and facilitator for the Women's Empowerment and Spiritual Awakening Retreats. And at all of our retreats, we always have sound baths, and everyone always loves them. And anytime anyone has never had a sound bath before, after having one, they definitely go try to find a place where they can go experience another one. So I would definitely highly recommend for you to try to find someone who actually offers sound baths in your area so that you can feel what I'm going to be speaking of and why it can be so powerful. So first, if we start with our bodies, we know that every living cell in our body is vibrating at its own frequency, right? Sorry, I'm in the backyard by a road, so you might hear some cars or trucks going by. Thank you for your patience. So every living cell in our body is vibrating at its own frequency, right? And when we bring other items, whatever that is, into our energy field, which radiates about 3 feet around us in every direction, if we have a strong field around us, it might be radiating a little farther out. If we're feeling a little unbalanced, then it might actually not be radiating as far as it could be at the 3 feet. So it's very individual, but roughly, let's say about 3 feet. Anything that you bring in within your energy field is going to affect your vibration. Either it's going to affect it by bringing it up, or it could affect it by bringing it down. So that could be with crystals or plant medicine or your cell phone or aromatherapy. It could be anything actually that can affect your vibration. Being out in nature, and that can affect your vibration, right? So sound can also affect our vibration, and ancient cultures have known this for a long time. You might have heard of singing bowls. They're actually bowls that you could run a specific kind of wand that they kind of go around the edge of the bowl with, and it will actually start radiating like a humming noise. And it's just a bowl, and it's just like a wand that goes around it. There's nothing electrical, there's nothing electronic, there's nothing digital. It's just generating sound from you rubbing it around the edge of it in a specific manner. And it's kind of steady, slow and steady, and you can hear it start building and get louder. And can that vibration affect you? Yes, definitely. And if you bring it within your energy field, it can affect your vibration too, not only as well as hearing it. At the last retreat, Ash was there, the tree witch, on Instagram, and she actually had a huge singing bowl that you could step into that had feet like imprinted on it that you could stand on, that were actually engraved kind of on the inside of the bowl when it was made. And it was incredible. It had it was huge. Any size person could fit in it. And there was, it's kind of like when you use a gong, that kind of wand with a big end on it that is soft, and you could hit it on there and feel the vibration go all through your body. Another way that you could use them is to either go around and get it humming, or just kind of strike it with the wand. And once it starts vibrating, if you bring it within your energy field, you can actually feel it going all down yourself. I remember the first time I was at a home show in Massachusetts, and I met people who had one, and the gentleman took a really large one and brought it over and had me close my eyes and struck it and had it go all down me. And I bought it. I was so sold on it. I bought a couple of them. They're so cool. So if you haven't had a chance to do that, I would definitely suggest it. And in a sound bath, they usually use crystal singing bowls. So it's a little bit of a different sound, and there's different frequencies, and there's so many different bowls. And in a sound bath, there's actually a lot more than just singing bowls. There could be, they have some kinds of like shells sometimes, or like little chimes, or just so many different possibilities of sound that can affect your vibration in a positive way. Ash also had some tuning forks. I don't know if you've ever tried that, but it's kind of like these, it looks just like a tuning fork, and you strike it, and then you could put it on any area where you are experiencing pain, and it sends down a healing vibration into your body that can actually ease pain. And this is all science. It's not anything that it sounds like woo-woo, but it's actually all scientific, that can be proven easily. There's actually something called a biofeedback machine, and it actually, you can hook yourself up to it, and it can tell you what your vibration is. And if there's any kind of disease in your body, it can actually, those each have a frequency as well, so it can actually tell you what disease you're experiencing in your body if you're not familiar. And those are called biofeedback machines. Granted, this was a very long time ago when I went to that biofeedback class, so we could actually call it something different now, because they like to change the names of things. But basically, it's just resonance. It's like sound, it's vibrations and frequencies that when we bring them into our energy field can affect our vibration. And we know from the scale of consciousness that if we're vibrating really high, then it's hard for any kind of disease or any kind of, really anything, any kind of pathogen to reside in our bodies. Because if we're vibrating really high, then it's hard for anything to come in and penetrate through that. So the best thing that you can do to keep your vibration high and your frequency up is to maintain positive thoughts. And if you find your thoughts drifting, thinking about something that isn't positive or helpful, that doesn't make you feel good, stop thinking about it. Because if you're thinking about those things and it's making you feel bad, that's because your body's actually secreting hormones specific to that memory or emotion that was traumatizing or confrontational or embarrassing or whatever it was that made you feel bad, that's making you feel bad when you think about it. And every time you think of that painful memory, your body starts secreting those same hormones and doesn't know that you're not in that moment. So it wasn't fun at the moment that it happened, and it's definitely not fun to relive it. And not to say that you don't feel it or to disregard your pain or emotions or anything like that. All I'm saying is that if you can spend your thoughts that you have, because we have a limited amount of thoughts every day, and if you can spend your thoughts that you have on things that make you feel good, that you want to focus on, like your future and how it could be and what it would look like and who you would be hanging out with and where you would be going and how you would be getting there and what it would look like and all that, then those are thoughts that make your body secrete hormones that are actually positive and make you feel good, like serotonin and oxytocin and endorphins that are positive and healthy and raise your vibration, right? When we think like thoughts of shame and guilt and fear, that's actually lowering our vibration. So we want to try to make sure that we keep our thoughts really high, right? And like I said, I think that you should definitely try to find someone in your area that offers a sound bath so that you can see what they're like. At the first retreat that we offered, one of the women there had never been at a sound bath before, and after being at the retreat and enjoying the sound bath that we had with the yoga workshop that morning, then she actually went and became a certified sound healer and came to our next retreat as a sound healer and offered sound baths for us. So once you have one, you'll understand why people become so passionate about it. At the last retreat we had, one of the women actually reached out to me and told me that she found one in her area, a yoga studio that offers a sound bath after. So it's kind of like complementary modality that's offered together. So if you're in a populated place, it probably might not be hard for you. And even if you are in a place that's, you know, kind of remote, I'm sure that within somewhere close to you, you should be able to find a sound healer, because it's getting pretty popular now that people are aware of energy and frequency and vibration. So I hope that you can find someone that's near you that you can go visit and enjoy the benefits. And we thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of the Wildflower Woo Woo Show. And we've actually moved into our new schedule now, so we're streaming every other week instead of every week. So we won't see you next week, but we'll see you the week after, and we'll look forward to that and opening the door to your spirituality. Take care.